Honey, now you know we got to do a 2022 recap. In 2022, we found out that Yosemite Sam actually exists. And his name is Tory Lanez. The little man with the pistol also attacked August Alsina. August came out the closet and got beat in the elevator in the same year. Speaking of August, Will Smith smacked the taste out of Chris Rock's mouth in front of a room full of white people. YSL Gang thought they was making hit music, and they was really making snitch music. Trey Songz went from being a predator who preys on women in the bedroom to being a predator with equal opportunity hands. Tiny got that windowsill and Elmer's glue taken out of her hips, but everybody worried about whether Escape got back together, broke up, and got back together again. Meanwhile, SWV done stayed together since Coco had her BBL, but nobody cares. All we remember from this battle is the watermelon and One Wish. Lotto did her big one this year, but we was too concerned about Cardi versus Nicki. Yeah, that's still a thing. Carisha and Diddy got together this year. Carisha got a Go Poppy sign, an award-winning podcast, and a hit record out of Diddy. Diddy got a baby by somebody else. Meanwhile, Carisha's bandmate was outed as a lesbian when her on-again, off-again lover came out as non-binary. Nope was the most underrated movie of the year. It went over a lot of people's heads. Wakanda Forever was the saddest movie of the year, but I'm still going to have it on replay when it come on Disney+. Wendy Williams lost her mind, got all her money sewed up over there in Wells Fargo. And now Kevin, Calvin, Sharina, and the baby is currently looking for HUD housing. And just like Wendy Williams' money, Tiffany Haddish has disappeared ever since this incident. Ari Spears better thank God she could pay for a lawyer. We lost so many queens this year. Cookie Tookie, Sandy Dior, Leslie Jordan. I still don't like most white people, but I like Leslie. And let's not forget Shanquella taught us that when you go on a vacation trip with your friends to Mexico, you need to keep a closer eye on your friends than the Mexicans. There's also been 32 transgender Americans whose lives were taken over the past year. And no, they weren't trying to fool anybody. School kids are still trying to take out their classmates at alarming rates, not to mention the countless unsuccessful attempts. However, the firearm laws just become more lenient. Now you can openly carry in half of the country. America now has a great value Ted Bundy. I wonder if Ryan Murphy will make a series glorifying his crimes. Nah, we don't usually glorify Caucasian deaths. Now let's take a brief intermission to enjoy people slipping and sliding on the ice. 'Cause global warming ain't real. But in all honesty, people did freeze and lose their lives. Turned into popsicles, wearing earbuds. Santana seems to be the only celebrity who could survive the wrath of the Beehive. I'ma start calling him the Chick-fil-A of hip-hop. Child, HBO Max then canceled Legendary, honey, one of their highest rated shows with the lowest budget. But you know Hollywood is racist and transphobic. Kim and Kanye's divorce was finalized in 2022, even though it started in 2019. We don't even have time to get started on Kanye. It was announced that he was a billionaire in the past year. It was also announced that he was dropped from every company who works with him in the past year. And no, not because of any disparaging remarks he made about Harriet Tubman or slavery. It's because he said that people of color started the Jewish religion. Meanwhile, Lizzo introduces us to a rabbi who is a Jewish woman of color and advocates for other Jewish people of color. Apparently, Putin's thick-neck having ass started a war with Ukraine because he don't want them sharing their resources with the rest of the world. So Putin decides to start destroying Ukraine, therefore destroying those same resources that he wanted to keep for himself. Baby, the gangs are running rampant in India. But America usually doesn't care about melanated people in third world countries. Until it starts to affect America's money. Melanemic women are losing their marbles. I believe they're starting to wake up and don't want to be a part of their race no more. Probably been spending too much time on TikTok watching my videos or having babies by black men. And their male counterparts are drunk with power. And not just in this country. Child, they way over in Africa trying to make white people only spaces. I can't make this shit up. And baby, that's 2022 from my perspective.